Lucid presents.
Hey everyone, this is Ryan from Lucid Games, and we are doing Lucid Presents a Nemesis unboxing, live unboxing today. Been a little bit since I've done one of these, so bear with me. Hopefully I'm not too rusty, but this just showed up today, this big, giant, huge box that you see in front of me. Way bigger than what I was expecting, but there are a few expansions and things in here. I've honestly forgotten what all came with this box because this is just the Wave 1. There is a Wave 2. On the last Kickstarter, I went all in because I wanted to get Nemesis, and when they did the newest expansion, Lockdown, I went in and got everything. Because I can just tell from the videos I've watched and everything I've heard about this game that I am just absolutely going to love it. And I said, you know what, let's just do this. This is probably the biggest Kickstarter, the most money that I've spent on a Kickstarter just because it wasn't all in and getting everything. So yeah, this is a big one. If you guys have any questions or anything as I'm going, as always, feel free to, go ahead and put a question in the comments. I'm going to try and keep an eye on that as I go through this. I know there's a lot in here, so I'm not sure how long this one will be, but if you want to check out some cool stuff, I plan to go through a decent amount of it. Definitely want to check out some minis, probably open up most of the expansion boxes, but we'll see. Again, I haven't opened this yet. I have no idea what's all in here because I cannot remember what was all in just this Wave 1 shipping. I did do the 2 waves because I wanted to get the base game here as soon as possible so I could start playing that. That way, when the Lockdown expansion shows up, that I'll at least know how to play and hopefully have a couple games under my belt and be able to dive right into that Lockdown expansion as well. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into this big giant box of Nemesis. Okay. And I know this is a little bit later of a stream than usual. We did recently just have our first kid, so that has been something that I'm getting used to. And unfortunately now I can't just start streams when I want to. I actually have to wait till I can get him put down for the night. So that is why we're starting a little later, and we'll kind of see how this goes. It's also why I'm talking a little bit quieter than I usually do. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. If not, feel free to, just say, hey, speak a little louder, and we'll see what I can do. All right. So a bunch of padding here. I guess I'll do the aerial cam as well. There we go. And then I can move that forward. It's going to maybe block some cameras and not others, but we'll see. So the first thing being, I guess we'll jump over here. So the first thing being, this is the medic character expansion pack, and it's all glossing out there, but I'll open this up in a minute and, do some close-ups with the card cam there so you can actually see what that mini looks like close up. But yeah, so there's the medic expansion. Once we get all this, then I can pull this big giant box out of the way too, so that'll make this a little easier. Oh, okay. This is, I will say the Awaken ROMs definitely pack this amazingly, so I don't have to worry about any of this stuff being busted up from shipping. Next, we have the Carnimorphs Expansion there. Get some more foam out of there. Let's toss that. Actually, I should probably check that, make sure nothing's attached on the back end or underneath. Okay, no, nothing on there. All right, now you guys can see there we have our base game, which is a fairly good sized box on its own. Got some heft to it. All right, then we have the Aftermath expansion, the Void Cedars expansion. Let's see. These are I'm guessing these are some like promo cards. Again, I can't remember what everything was supposed to be, but it looks like some extra cards in that. So I'm assuming it's a few extra promo cards and some events, things like that. We got the Nemesis comic book, otherwise known as the Untold Stories. This is actually a lot thicker than I thought it was going to be. So this is more like a graphic novel than a comic. So that's pretty cool. And there's 2 of them. Then we have, let's see, I'm guessing these are maybe thicker tokens that came out. I probably should have looked up and done a little bit of research for you guys before opening this, but kind of just wanted to dive right into it as quickly as I could. Okay, so I think that's everything. And one sec. All right, just had to shoot a quick text to Brian from OmniLucid. He was the one saying he wanted to be a part of this. So, okay, now we have the big giant box out of the way. So there is a lot of content here. So let's just start diving into it. Might as well start with the base game, right? All right. And for anybody that ends up watching this later on, feel free to throw any questions or comments, or questions in the comments section, I should say, and I'll be sure to respond to those as soon as I see them. I know Nemesis is older game, meaning that this has already been out. I believe it was already out for maybe a full year before they did the expansion for the lockdown. So it could be more than that. Again, I didn't look up all the timing on everything, but it had already been out for a little bit. So for most of you, this is probably not the first time that you've seen Nemesis. If it is, awesome. First time for all of us going through it. Like I said, I've watched a bunch of unboxing and not really unboxing, but playthrough videos of the game, and it just looks amazing. Okay, so rooms looks like so these are just the kind of the quick reference sheets for what the rooms do. Special rooms, additional rooms, obviously the rule book. Looks like we got a bunch of tiles in that for everything. I'm gonna have to look up and see because I'm really curious what those are. I'm guessing they may, maybe they go to one of the expansions. I don't know. I'll have to look it up and see. But yeah, so we got we got the player boards, we got rooms. I'm already kind of pushing these out, not even trying to, but that's nice. It was nice, smoothly popped out. Don't have to worry about doing anything or messing with it. A box stand. I don't know what the box stand is for. So it looks like lots of stuff that I'm going to get to go through and figure out what all of this is. Hopefully, take a quick glance on maybe the rule book. I've heard Awaken Realms. This is my first Awaken Realms game, and I've heard that they do amazing work and as far as just like quality of their game. So hopefully their rule book is just as awesome as well. I'm assuming they're probably going to have something in here that tells me what that actually is. Maybe not. It just says box stand. So I don't know what the stand is for. Maybe just to put stuff up on it. I don't know. Cardboard box holder. Oh, okay. So maybe just to prop it up to make it easier to see. I don't know. We'll see. I'll see as I go through the game. Looks like a pretty large board here. Fold this out and see what we get. Is this oh, it is double-sided. Nice. So I don't know if there's an easy side and a hard side, or so it's a 6-fold board. maybe there's an easy and a hard side. Maybe it's a little bit different layout. Let's see if I can tell real quick here. So I kind of look at that. Well, I can see that this thing is a little different, so I'll let you guys kind of see what that one looks like there. I don't see any names on the different side. Again, all this I'm sure is explained in the rule book to say, hey, you use this side for beginners, or this is the different ship. All right, flip this over. Okay, well, yeah, so it's definitely different. So nice. I'll see what that is as I play the game a little bit more, but double-sided board, 6-sided, so big, huge space. For anyone that's not aware of or heard of Nemesis, to know what the game is or what it's about, it is basically Aliens, the board game, which is why I almost immediately was like, I would love that. I should clarify. I figured I would love it because I love Aliens so much. However, I'm always leery about board games that are adaptations of movies or TV shows because, I don't know, I'm just always a little leery of them. Not that I've ever had a bad experience. I've seen a few that just didn't look good. But this, obviously, it's not called Aliens, but it's basically Aliens, the board game. And it just seems absolutely amazing from everything that I've seen and from other people that have played it and done the reviews, all those things like that. Okay, next up we have, let's see, how many layers do we have here? So, okay, so 2 layers, lots of minis, and they look awesome. Some components, trackers, Larva. We got our soldiers. I don't know what all of them are called. I know that there's Larva, which are these little tiny guys. We'll go over here to the card cam for this for you guys to see, hopefully in a little bit more detail. So there is the Larva. It's like 3 little larvae stacked on top of each other. They're fairly tiny, but they're like the weakest enemy in the game, so it makes sense. I think next are these things. I do not know what these are called, but they're kind of like the next stage up. And everybody was right. These minis are amazing. They're good, decent size. They actually seem pretty solid, pretty sturdy. Now these are the, pretty sure, yes. So these are the adults, if I remember right, which look very cool. And they feel sturdy too, even though they got like the, whip tails going all over the place. Well, we'll stick with all the enemies here first before I go to the heroes. Next we have, okay, so there's 2 other different ones. Again, I'm not sure what the rest of these are, if these are just different sculpts or if they're actually stronger enemies. I know there's some that are called breeders. That might be what these are. Oh, sorry, getting off camera there. But again, they're pretty, I mean, like this is probably about 3 inches tall. So it's a pretty big mini. Next we have, see, this looks basically like the same thing, just a different sculpt. And it might be, again, I'm sure it probably tells me all this on the Kickstarter. And if I would have just looked ahead of time, I probably could have been a little more prepared and explained this to you guys a little bit better. But right now we're just looking at some cool minis and an awesome game. I've seen a lot of people that they just do a wash on these just to kind of add some theme to them, and they don't do a full paint. If you're a painter, though, I'm sure they would be amazing to paint. Yeah, kind of the same thing. Like these look like adults. I'm guessing these are probably all adults and just different sculpts. That's my guess. But just in different poses and whatnot. You know what? I got the rule book right here. Kind of silly to not keep looking. Yes. Okay. So those are the adults and 4 different sculptures. Okay. So these next guys, these are the breeders. These guys are bigger. They're probably like 3.5. I mean, the tallest standing adults. So this one is the tallest standing adult next to the breeder. So a little bit bigger. I'd say maybe 3.5, 3.25 inches. Again, just huge sculpts. This is going to be pretty cool when you play it. And then, of course, we have the big mama. We got the queen. She is beefy, ready to take you out. Looks like she's got a larva in her hand there that she's going to throw at you. But yeah, she is very big. She's like probably a good 4 inches tall. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'd guess about 4 inches. Okay, so those are all the enemies. And there's a bunch of cards and stuff in here. I'm not going to go through all the individual cards because it would take me probably too long, and I still got a lot more stuff to go through. So then let's move on over here to the heroes. Now they are significantly smaller. They're human size, I guess, compared to these big monstrous aliens. So honestly, these larvae aren't even all that small compared to the humans. I do not know which characters are which in here. I know there's a soldier, there's a scout. I think this is the scout. And doing my best to get all that detail. Oh, man, yeah, like you guys can see how much detail is on this mini. They are very cool. Yeah, no idea. You know what? I'm not going to keep trying to guess. I'll just mention the ones that I know what they are. The only two that I basically know are the captain and the soldier. There's another one. This guy. Actually, I think that one's the mechanic. I might remember that. He's got his backpack and all that. Here is our soldier, the big dome helmet. Star of the show on the box. Here's the wheelchair dude. I think that one's a scientist, if I remember right. And last but not least, we have our captain. Got some like mechanical arm things on him there. So, oops, sorry, I keep going off screen there. So those are the sculpts. There's a lot more stuff in here. Let me pop back over here so you guys can see. So that was all the minis there, as well as over there with the more of the enemies in that. A lot of stuff in there. Then we also have these are your noise tokens. Which I think these might be deluxe. I don't know if they were always actual tokens like that. I feel like the base game normally it comes in just cardboard tokens, but these are actual plastic ones. There's also, let's see, I think these are, yeah, we got the fire tokens and then the basically broken mechanics one. And then you got just some trays. That's actually really nice that they include the trays for each player. So they got one for everybody. I think there's up to 5. Is it 5 player? 3, 4, 5? Yep. So there's one for everybody up to 5 players. I believe you can play it solo as well. Don't quote me on that. I'll have to double check. I'm hoping so because I don't know how often I'll be able to get Ashley in on this. Again, new baby here, so really hard for both of us to play games if I can even play a game. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to play one at this point. But yeah, so throw that in there. All right, so that is our core box. Let's get all this stuff back on top there. You know what I didn't look at is I hope this. Oh yeah, okay. So it does have a little cutout there for all the room tokens and all that. So that should be good. We got our little space cat there for the first player marker. Let's see, we'll put that one up there for all the cat people on the channel. Thank you for watching. There's your space cat. I know he has a specific name. I don't remember what it is. I'm actually going to try and take a quick peek and see if the regular tokens are on here somewhere. Doesn't look like it. Okay. Oh, here I can see Captain, Mechanic. I was right about that. Oh, Pilot. That was the one I didn't know. I got the Scientist. I was right. So it looks like, all right. The only one I screwed up was the, I thought the Pilot was the Scout. So, the awesome looking chick with the shaved side of the head, she is the Scout. So other than that, I had them all right though, so go me. And right now this sits just a little bit out of the box. I'm assuming, like a lot of new games, once you pull out, get them all out of the cardboard and or the punch board, I should say, then it will fit a lot nicer. Luckily, I got a nice new game shelf you guys can see behind me here. Actually, Nemesis was one of the main reasons why I wanted to have that, so I had plenty of room for this to go up here. I probably need to put it down on this shelf. I need to put that down there because there's a lot of content here. All right, next I guess we'll jump into this, the Medic character pack. I'm really hoping this character is super awesome because for anyone that doesn't know, I was a medic in the Army, so obviously I want to play the medic. And hopefully they actually made them able to fight. We'll see. They do have a shoot action. But she's got some kind of like little syringe gun thing, so I don't know. We'll see. We'll jump back over here to the card cam so you guys can see how cool she looks. She's got her little syringe gun over there. So there it looks like. So it looks like she does have a pistol there on her hip that she's holding, so maybe she can fight a little bit. Got her aid bag on the back there. Yeah. So that is the medic character. I'll have to, once I sort everything, figure out which box I can make her fit into. Hopefully I can get her into that main base box there. Again, I don't know what these are. Not too worried about it. Maybe if somebody does know, they can go ahead and throw it in the comments for everyone else. Like I said, we got the Untold Stories here. Pretty decent size graphic novels. Actually, oh. It looks like... Oh, okay. So apparently these are actually missions that you can do. It's not just a graphic novel. And all right, so there we go. That's what these are. These are the tokens that you need for the comic book campaigns is what they're calling them. So cool. 2 basically campaign books. If you don't want to just play the regular game and you want to play a campaign version, got 2 of those to go with it. So that's very cool. Still don't know what the cards are, but they say events, so I'm assuming just more event cards of things that can happen. All right, let's get into this. This is the Carnimorphs Expansion. Pretty sure if I remember right, Carnimorphs just adds a new enemy. I don't think there's any other heroes or anything in this one. All right. There we go. Just the game manual for this, and yep. So Carnimorphs are just a new enemy, like I thought. Oh, more of them in there than I thought, though. So that's pretty cool. These things. Oh man, these things are pretty gruesome looking. They remind me of which aliens was that? It was like Aliens 4. I'm gonna call it 4. That's not what it was called though. It was like Aliens Rebirth or whatever, where they mix the alien with a human with spoiler alert, with Ripley, and And yeah, so that's what these things kind of look like. They're like a xenomorph human hybrid. So we'll go back over here, back to that card cam. Well, you know what? Let's just jump with this big baddie. He must be the boss, but he's right there in front. Like I said, pretty just gruesome, mean-looking thing that really wouldn't want to run into on a dark ship that is falling out of the sky and blowing up or whatever else is happening. You know what? Maybe this is the boss. Hard to say without looking through the rules. All grotesque and just abominations happening left and right. So it seems basically the same. They got probably the adults, the breeders, all of that, because there's a few. Actually, never mind. All of these, which I'm assuming are the adults, they're all the same sculpt this time. Okay. Then I got two. Basically, it looks like the larva got a little bit bigger. Well, so there's the larva. That must be that next step up. And yeah. So that is the Carnimorphs Expansion. And let's see if I can remember how this all was in here. Keep that silica pack in there for right now. I did see that this had a couple wells in there for all the stuff that's in the punch board, so that already makes me happy. And all right, got that the right way. We'll throw that over. Throw that over on the shelf for now. All right, next we have the Void Cedars Expansion. And let's see. Hey, Brian, thanks for joining. Yeah, actually, the minis are really cool. They're very sturdy. I didn't see when you came in, but if you missed it, all the tails and everything on them are pretty solid. I mean, yeah, if you really pulled on them, I'm sure you could rip them off. But yeah, they're pretty solid minis. Can't wait to play this one with you. All right, this one, the artwork on this one is just super cool. I like that one a lot. All right, the Void Cedars manual. Oh, looks like I had three. I'm going to assume whatever was in here was that they had to redo these because something was wrong, but good on them that they caught it in time if that is indeed what happened. Otherwise, I might just be missing stuff. I don't know. That's why you got to go through and check the manuals and make sure and count your pieces. All right, some more baddies in here. Oh, actually, yeah, I don't know. I'll do that later so I'm not wasting your guys' time. All right, here we go. Some more baddies. I don't even know what to resemble these things to, so I'm just going to show them to you. First, we have actually these kind of look like the classic alien egg pods for the most part. Let's see, back it up a little. There we go. All right, so we got that little tiny thing. And then next, these, I mean, they just have like weird tentacle heads with blades on them. They still got their little tail whip legs there. They're basically the squids is what they look like. Oh yeah, they got little suckers on them. I don't know if, oh yeah, that's showing up. You can see the little suckers on the tentacles there. So those, and next up, I'm guessing this is the next guy in line. I'm just kind of going by smallest to biggest here. All right. And then this one must clearly be the boss. He's got the most legs. He must be the boss, and he's the biggest. So I don't even really know how to hold him because he's just kind of a bunch of points that he's standing on. Kind of a bug octopus mixture there. All right, so that is, oh man, can I get him back in? There we go. All right, so that is the Void Cedar expansion. Again, it all has new cards and enemies, so there is a lot of content here. It's going to take me a while to get through all this. I'm really curious. Oh, this goes on there first. Really excited to play through this. I just rewatched the Table Knots playthrough with Jesse, or better known as Quackalope. It's a great video. I highly recommend you guys should check that out too. You can just see how much fun those guys are having. And Table Knots does an awesome job. All right. Last but not least, we have our Aftermath expansion. But according to Quackalope, he says that is one he doesn't seem to like Nemesis as much. He did in that video, but he said that when he played the Lockdown, and I'm sure he probably has it on his channel too, so you can maybe check it there. Which I hope to do a playthrough, or not hope to, I will do a playthrough of this when I have a chance to. But in the meantime, if you check out his, you can see, I know that he has already said that he prefers the Lockdown, which is the newest expansion. That's what's coming in the Wave 2, like I said at the beginning of the video. And he said that the Lockdown makes it even better. Everyone else that I've talked to, they just love Nemesis, how it is. And everyone says it's a very thematic. Most of them say it's the most thematic that they've ever had for a board game. So I'm pretty sure from what I've seen, I'm really going to just like the base game. But hey, the Lockdown makes it even better. Great. And Brian... so cool that they have the boss mini standalone, more like a sculpture, not on a stand at all. Oh yeah, that was just that one. I think the base one, if you didn't see that, the base game is standing on something. The thing is, the bases are all thematic too. It's not just like a plastic disc that they're standing on. It's got like rubble around them. Or I think the queen in the basement, like she was standing on top of like a larva pod or whatever it's supposed to be. I'm not sure. Okay, so this one does have a new hero. This has the Convict, which looks like he definitely wants to betray. Oh, all right, awesome. Actually, this has a bunch of new playable heroes. Although, okay, I was gonna say the first ones I saw was kind of like, oh man, they all look. I don't know. Got our android there, or Bishop for anybody that again, Aliens fans. Bishop. No, okay. So we have the Convict, we have Android, we have the CEO, Mr. Wayland himself, and the Psychologist, and the Bounty Hunter. Oh, the Bounty Hunter is pretty cool. And he has a dog with him, so I'm sure that's who Ashley's going to pick. Either that or the Psychologist. We'll see. But nice. So got a bunch of new playable characters. Looks like a little mini... Okay, so a new mini board. So this might be... Again, I don't know what everything is already, but so this is either a new ship or a base station. I know Lockdown is a base station instead of a ship, which Nemesis is the name of the spaceship that you're on when it all goes to hell. Really deep well, so hopefully, I mean, I'm assuming that's for all the cards and things, but all right. So we got, there's a timer in here. So this one must be timed. So this is basically just a bunch of heroes that you can add to it. I'm assuming you have to throw in enemies from the other one onto the little aid station, base station, whatever it turns out to be. Oh man, well there we go, Brian. It's got the first player cat mini, Space Cat. We'll go back over to this card cam so you guys can see all these nice and close. I'm assuming this is just the first player marker, but because I didn't see a cat playable character in there. Oop, too close. There we go. So there is that. This also has, these look like turrets. Oh yeah. Ooh, those look super cool. Some badass machine gun turrets in there that you can set up, maybe, hopefully. Here's our dog that goes with the bounty hunter. He's got his little dog bulletproof vest, little German Shepherd, ready to get out there and tear up some aliens. And since we did the dog, let's see, there's the bounty hunter. So there's the bounty hunter that will have his lucky faithful dog there. He's pretty cool looking. I hope Ashley lets me play that guy at least once. That's all I want. One time. This is the psychologist. Looks like she's just got her lab coat on. Don't know how much fighting she'll do, but I'm sure she'll have some other abilities. All of the characters have unique abilities, so be fun to go through all of them. And so Mr. Wayland, aka the CEO, has a little robot helper there. All right. Again, these minis are super detailed. Trying to show them off as best I can in the camera here. This is the I forgot this guy was. Oh, the convict. Got his little Bane mask on there. Kind of walking around in rags, but ready to go. Probably a pretty decent fighter. All right. And last but not least, we have, I don't remember who this lady was, but she's in some kind of like business looking dress, all fancy like. All right. So that was the Aftermath expansion. So that is, Brian's going to play just for the cat. So I'm not surprised. I knew it. I knew as soon as that cat came out, Brian was going to be all about it. So yeah, obviously I got a lot of stuff to go through here. Jump back up here. A lot of things to go through to figure out. I really can't wait just to jump in on the base game. I'm not even going to touch this other stuff yet until I play the base game a couple times, try out a few of those characters. But yeah, really happy that I got in on this one. Lots of things to do here. Lots of expansions to try out, new ways to play the game. And like I said, from everything I've heard, it's just a super thematic game, and it seems like it's going to basically be a step up from like Betrayal at House on the Hill from everything that I've watched. Maybe not quite the same, but it just, you have hidden goals. There could be a traitor, there could not. Typically people, they're not even necessarily the traitor, but they might still screw you over trying to accomplish their goal. And it might, hinder you because their goal might be something like, make sure that you save at least one person and escape on an escape pod. So that means that you and that person are going to have to go on that escape pod. But depending how many people you're playing with, you might be leaving one person behind to deal with all those aliens. You might be leaving a couple people, but I mean, if you leave one person behind, you might be screwing them over pretty good. But yeah. So that is the live unboxing of Nemesis. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Looks like Brian didn't have any other questions right now at the moment. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Again, if you have any comments or anything to make, feel free to leave those by, all the usual stuff, like, comment, share, subscribe, all those things. We'll keep getting more stuff out to you as we work on Drakkar. You guys can see over my shoulder here that we do have the Drakkar review copy prototype ready to go. So things are happening, but in the meantime, we will keep trying to get out other games and gameplay, doing some more unboxings. I have, right now, it seems like a lot of the Kickstarters are all going to be coming in now that all the delays from COVID and the shipping situations and the Suez Canal and everything else that happened that delayed lots and lots of things is starting to happen. So I might have a bunch of games coming in now. There's no way I'm going to be able to play all of them. But when Nemesis showed up, I definitely wanted to get that one and do a live stream for you guys so you could check that one out. But until then, thanks for coming by. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Jordan would probably be mad at me if I didn't give you guys at least some kind of little thing here. So let's see if I can find my favorite one real quick. Again, I'm rusty on this because I don't do it very often. You know what? We won't go with a Viking one. We'll just go with quite possibly my favorite scene in the original Ninja Turtles. But thanks, everybody. Have a great night.
Nice night.
Pizza dude's got 30 seconds.